Patch notes. Destiny 2 update 9.1.5.1. Gameplay and investments. Power and progression. Unstable course. Last week, we announced that unstable course would not reset with the launch of Destiny 2 Renegades on December the 2nd, 2025. We noted in the tweet that we would provide future updates on how we would rebalance the economy of this currency. We have landed on a plan to fully deprecate this currency. Once deprecated, Infusion will cost an amount of enhancement cores and glimmer. How are we feeling about this? So, yeah, I mean, look, it hinders builds. It hinders builds. Now, my concern at this point is going to be how many enhancement cores and how much glimmer are we talking about? Because if you're coming in and you're like, yeah, 200 enhancement cores and 50,000 glimmer, you know what I'm saying? Bungie, either A, keep the costs down, or B, and hear me out on this, everybody, what if we just made Infusion free? I mean, who gets pissed off about that? Who would be like, this game died because Infusion became free? You're already having a level, which I guess at this point, we're not going to have to level up anymore, you know? Overall, we found that unstable cores have been too restrictive across power levels and failed to drive interesting build craft decisions, whether they be powering up through campaign missions and wanting to try different weapons, or going into in-game content and looking to infuse lower level gear to higher power levels. We don't have an exact patch for this change just yet, but are working rapidly to align on a target date. In the short term, we have 2 items of note shipping today with Destiny 2 update 9.1.5.1. Our goal is to help players with smaller amounts of unstable cores infuse gear alongside power and progression changes going live tomorrow until the currency can be retired. We have added a one-time reward of 777,777 unstable cores to the catch-up chests that will be available in the tower tomorrow at reset, meaning today, right? That's today, right? We highly recommend signing in and using these before they're removed. Brother, exactly what I needed. I'm broke. I got like 10,000. It's been my life now for the past 2-3 weeks. It's been rough, man. We are shipping a minor change that reduces the number of unstable cores needed for infusion at higher power levels until they are deprecated. We'll provide additional updates when available. So again, this should be, I know it says tomorrow, but this should be today. Yeah, so we will be able to go pick up this 777,000 unstable core today. We'll go over it whenever the game is live, but that is massive, guys. If you've been in a situation where you have a number of items that have been under-leveled, but you have been hindered and held back by unstable cores, now is your moment. I do need to circle back to this though, Bungie, and just ask why. How did we go from upgrade modules, which were slightly annoying, to an even more annoying currency? It was because of engagement. Did anybody here actually like wake up and go, oh, I'm gonna grind unstable cores? Anyone here? Regardless, I think this is a good change. I think this is a good change, man. You don't want to hinder people. There's been too many restrictions on what people can use. This being one of those restrictions. The other restriction was the feature playlist. That's another restriction, right? But that's good. All right, reward power. Reward power has been approved across both PvE and PvP portal content. For details, check out the 925 TWID. The Edge of Fate activity rewards are also getting a small buff from 200 to 300 power. Seasonal hub rewards are getting a slight improvement to make them more consistent from 400 to 500 power. All right, the TECHSEC Supply Drop. A chest of Vanguard sanctioned armaments calibrated to prepare all Guardians for the Call to Arms event is now available in the tower near Zavala. The chest contains a set of tier 3 armor and weapons, as well as enhancement cores, bringing recipients up to 300 power. Okay, so that's the catch-up, right? The chest can be claimed once per account until the end of Season 27. The chest will be available to all players, though those under Guardian rank 4 will be cautioned that they should be accustomed with the game's combat and systems before opening it, as the equipment will advance their portal activities to master difficulty. All right, so this is actually perfect for us, because after we get done having the baby, we got to go get a job. And what did I say? I said, didn't we say we were gonna have to delete something from our vault or something like God rolls or some shit if we couldn't level up our character in the time frame of us getting a job? This shit, we're gonna smoke this in like a day and a half. You hear me? All right, armor. Fix an issue where armor 2.0 copies of young Ahamkar's spine did not count as featured gear. Fix an issue where the Iron Panoply Warlock Gauntlets could obscure the screen. All right, weapons, traits. Fix an issue where the charge time master didn't provide additive stats based on gear tier. No, charge rate can't boost itself further, unlike some other stats, as the value proposition of plus 10 is already significantly better than other masterwork options for mini fusion rifles. Enhanced Reservoir Burst has had its stability removed and increased magazine stat returned. Okay. Why would this? Hold on. Why would Charge Time Masterwork provide additive stats based on gear tier? What is that? The difference between plus 10 and plus 12? Oh, the other bonuses to other stats when you masterwork. All right. Exotic weapons. Atlanthanium. Fixed an issue where Atlanthanium projectiles weren't counting as micro missiles. Oh, that's nice. Especially with the artifact mods. That's pretty good. Abilities. Glacial Harvest. Fixed an issue where Glacial Harvest still had a cooldown in PvE. Good God. Really? Ensnaring Slam. The class stat overshield now triggers on Ensnaring Slam activation. Weave Walk. Weave Walk now grants Woven Mail if exit via finisher. Interesting. That's just a feature? Okay. Gameplay modifiers. Volatile shields. Shortly after your shields break, you now regain the ability to attack with weapons, excluding swords. While your shield is broken, you now gain Devour. Okay. Activities. Portal. Power adjustments have been removed from all challenge modifiers. Instead, players are capped in effective power in each tier. So this is essentially Bungie's way of simplifying the portal. Minus 30 being that cap. I'm actually curious to see how this plays out. Grades are now based on number of green and red arrows applied via modifiers, banes, boons, and player stakes, as well as activity and highest player power level. And we're going to be taking a look at all this. These are some big changes happening today, guys. All chests after the first mid-activity chest and onslaughts, the coil, and contest of others now drop loot based on your projected score plus 5% for the timer for both power and gear tier. End of activity rewards have been adjusted to account for this. Wow. All right. Based on your projected score. Dude, onslaught, you might be able to just cook that and get a ton of loot. That way, so this way you don't have to give a 30 to 40 minute commitment to get rewards. You'll be getting them as you go. Players will no longer have difficulty tiers automatically selected for them until they meet the power level of the activity. Okay. All conquests have had their time limits increased to match their portal counterparts based on the specific tier. Yeah, dude. I mean, you had to be a speedy boy with some of these timers. I mean, majorly so with some of the timers. So that's good. Bonus portal drops awarded from hub daily objectives move to hub weekly objectives so that players don't have to log in each day to optimize their power gain. Each of the 5 weekly objectives rewards the player 4 bonus portal drops upon claiming. To keep the total number of bonus drops equivalent, the number of weekly login bonus drops has been increased from 5 to 6. Okay. Now, since the vast majority of players will be at 300 power or above going forward due to the TECHSEC Supply Drop chest, details below, normal, advanced, expert quick play nodes have been removed, as has the expert matchmaking tier from direct launch, so that you can find players when you try to matchmake. The new mode has been adjusted so that anyone from 10 to 399 power can earn good rewards from it. Additionally, we have tweaked the modifiers available on this new quick play playlist to have more amenable to this wider population. If you want to see if volatile shields or haste was removed, you have to check it for yourself. So Bungie is simplifying the portal and they're consolidating things, which you have to do. When you have the drastic drop in the player base that we have right now, you have to do this. But it's going to make it harder. We'll see. We'll take a look at it. All right, fix an issue with the Heliostat exotic mission where fire team members would sometimes fail to be pulled into an encounter. Fix an issue where Shanks could spawn in a closed vent in the Fallen Saber Strike Boss room when the Caltrops Bane is active, causing a soft lock. Fix an issue where the Contest of Elders activity couldn't reach a score of 10,000 and end of activity chest rewards were being sent directly to the Postmaster. Fix an issue where the Nightfall activity node could sometimes not be launched. Fix an issue where players could be unable to respawn without being immediately downed when respawning duality layer during the Galaran encounter. Reclaim. Mid-activity chests have been added to all 3 variants of Reclaim. Good. Good. So same thing as like Coil, Onslaught. More rewarding as you go. Oh man, they did some stuff that right. The Desert Perpetual. Epic Korgos now uses its beam attack during DPS phases. Epic Korgos Detain Bubble is properly removed from players when destroyed. Epic Korgos portal mechanics are disabled as intended during the final stand. Epic Agrios phase limit feat allows for 2 encounter loop damage phases in addition to final stand. Latros Hourglass is reset at the end of each encounter loop as intended, preventing an immediate wipe to Neo Mutation. Fix a bug with the Rolling Ovation Catalyst drop rates. Attuning the Catalyst will now guarantee it on the next Desert Perpetual encounter clear. All right, we definitely got to do the raid this week. I need to take a look at all this. UI, UX, power communication. Activities that use the activity power cap system will now display combatant power in addition to the activity power cap and tooltips and other pre-launch displays. In the customization screen for activities that use the activity power cap system, your power, including fire team power adjustments capped at the activity power, will be presented alongside combatant power. Tooltips for customizable portal activity difficulties will present the activity power cap for that difficulty. Reverted the entirety of the Stronghold rework from update 9.1.0. Oh, I thought they did that last week. All right, General, updated the Guardian Rank 6 objective that required the third iteration weapon to also progress with a new mount-paced weapon. Fixed an issue with the new chronologs could be lost if acquired or claimed while the stack of chronologs was in the vault. Chronologs lost due to this issue will be replaced at a later date. Fixed an issue where players above 500 power couldn't claim clan Ingrams from Hawthorne. Okay. I was not expecting this patch today to be this large. This is a lot of changes. So essentially, for those that are just jumping into the stream right now, you or anyone else will be able to beat 300 power right out the gate. Everything is being consolidated and simplified within the portal. Unstable cores, which was a huge limiting factor for upgrading your gear, will be deprecated. But for the time being, Bungie is going to give out 777,777 unstable cores for free, I might add, and you will be able to upgrade a lot of your stuff. So nothing is said about vaults, and I'm gonna be honest, if we get like a Renegades reveal stream or showcase or Vidoc, Bungie at this point, I need to look at I want to see the vaults. I want to see what's going to change with the vaults. Adding a portal change we've communicated previously, but wasn't in the initial published draft of the 9.1.5.1 patch notes. All bonus drops now get power matching the other scored Ingrams that drop at the same time. God, dog it. Dude, you're about to be able to level so damn fast. No, I'm serious, guys. Y'all are about to be able to level so damn fast. Bonus drops now get power matching the other scored Ingrams. That is crazy. And honestly, that's the way it should be. If you're in a situation where you go and unlock the different bounties there or whatever, and you have multiple power or bonus drops stacked up on a single activity, you should be rewarded for going and doing that activity. Too little, too late? Perhaps. Bungie, y'all took a long time on this. I will say, I will agree with that. You know, y'all took a long time on this. Hold on. Zavala has requisitioned a set of powerful gear to raise your account's power alongside 777,777 unstable cores. All players can now claim the TECHSEC supply drop chest in the tower. To the tower! All right, let's go check it out. Portal score multiplier adds 5% bonus to your fire team score. Hold on. Let me actually take a look at this real quick. So hold on. I go to here. All right, I click reclaim. I go customize. I hit customize. Ain't that something? Look at that. Yep, it doesn't raise the level, but it does give you a it gives you the little arrows indicating the reward multiplier. So you see above my head, see that's got the 4 reward multiplier right there, and that's what throws up the score right there. Eververse Store. Oh, they got a shader. All right, that's pretty nice. Got our free bright dust. Okay. Icebreaker ornament, let's go. I almost bought it last week. All right. Some armor with grass on it. You love to see it. Oh, that's actually a really cool ghost. Look, it's the graviton. Little gravitons. You know, I'm gonna pick that up. I don't normally pick up ghosts. I almost bought it yesterday. There you go. You save money. You save some money. It's taking an eternity to get to this tower right now. And it won't let me preview that. All right. This is the TECHSEC Supply Drop, everyone. You interact with it. It's got cores. Oh, my Lord. Look at this shit. Hot damn it. It's got enhancement cores. It's got leveled weapons. Actually, all these are leveled up. Holy shit. Oh, that's pretty nice. I might just wait. To pick all this up. It's tier 3 Lamal. Yeah, it's not meant to be a it's not supposed to be a bunch of tier 5 stuff. You would have to go get those items. This is purely a means for catch-up, or in my case, or your case, if you're above 300, a means for just leveling up. And then you'll be able to still come over here to Zavala and hit his weekly items as well. Now, this is tier 5. Look at that shit. Yeah, look at that. Give me a tier 5 boom slang. That's not bad. Yeah, it's pretty good. That first one's pretty hot. Okay. I'm gonna unlock the 4th and 5th one. That first boom sling is good.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.